That seems new. Welcome back to the Brew Crew Podcast, everyone. This is episode 205, 205 long weeks, and we are here not together to bring you another episode. This is a later one for us, and I appreciate you accommodating.
We're making it happen.
You know, it's to some Columbus Day, to some Indigenous Peoples Day, and you know, sometimes you gotta make sacrifices like not working to keep your kids, or in my case, changing literally nothing and just continuing my Monday as usual.
It's interesting. In our line of work, a majority of people we work with, they got an additional holiday. Other companies are like, nah, this won't be a holiday anymore. We will shift it. And then, so in my world, we've got some legal beagles with all the different efforts that we work on that in the effort, it says, hey, every holiday is going to be paid for by the company. And companies are like, they give them the Heisman and they're like, well, that is true. So then you just, again, very confusing stuff that makes me drink, because then I know my employees are right, but I have to be like, whoa, wait a second. You can flex or take PTO.
Yeah, right. Yeah. Just take the time.
Management 101.
Yeah. I mean, unless, I guess in your situation, you kind of have to work it. But in my situation, like if I wanted the day off, I'm just going to work it, because come on. Is it really that hard? So, and in return, my company gave us Juneteenth. They just traded out Columbus Day and Juneteenth.
Yeah.
So we still have the same amount. We just have a new one in June.
Yeah, like I said, it shifted. It's just all how your contract's worded, and then all what your company's willing to support.
Yep. Well, enough of that. I don't have any beer news in particular. However, what was I watching the other day? I was watching
things that JT will remember.
Things that I will remember. Miller Lite apparently is brewed in Ohio. Did you know that?
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Down in Cincinnati.
Yeah, I was watching the Reds Cubs game, and there was a sign in the outfield that said that. I had no idea.
So I've talked about this before. This is a big thing, and it was when I was in college. So just transparency, 39. So I was in college. It will be 16 years since I graduated with my bachelor's, which is insane.
Yeah.
So a big day for us on the bars was Thursdays, when they would have Born On Dating, and the bars would do it way ahead of time, so you could get Miller Lite or Bud Light on a Born On date. So basically, it was brewed and it was canned that day.
Damn.
So they would have banners up and everything, and it would happen a few times a year. And it was always a fun gimmick, it tastes better, blah blah blah. You're drinking, your light Pilsner or lager of choice, and all of a sudden it's like, oh, it's Born On Dating. It was just a gimmick to get us back in the bars, for $1.50 a beer.
I'm gonna argue that 16 years ago, and more, 16 to 20 years ago, depending on whether you're at the start of your bachelor's or the end, it did matter. Because cans have evolved. As someone who, has plenty of shares of cans, cans have changed. And,
so
that probably tasted like metal.
The liner was patented in 2011.
Okay.
So
definitely.
And this is can. You wouldn't get bottle Born On Dating. It was all can from my memory. And again, 16 years ago, which is crazy to think, because I honestly have this discussion with my wife and groups of friends. I feel like if I cleaned up, I could blend in at a bar, and my wife and I will always joke when we get carded. So I go to the typical haunts, like when I'm buying from a store, but there are times when you can tell, like, hey, we just have to card everyone tonight, or you're genuinely being carded. And I was genuinely carded 2 weeks ago, and it was glorious. What's that?
I could see it. You're clean shaven. You don't have pretty much any, wrinkles, whether they're from being too grumpy or being too happy. You just have a nice, smooth face.
Being an asshole keeps me young. That's
Yeah,
the
I think
secret.
it's more stoicism than being an asshole.
Stoic-
If you make no faces, then you can have no wrinkles. You know, if you smile too much, you get these things here. If you are too angry, I don't know, what do you get? The forehead?
Yeah, because it takes more muscles to smile than it does to frown.
Mm.
That's what they always say. I think it's like 42 to 17 or whatever. But anyways, the more you know.
The more you know, more muscles, more jacked.
Is the light distracting? I have it
I'm not
pulsating right now.
distracted by it. Not
Nice.
I'm not distracted.
Nice. Excellent.
All right, you want to break in?
Yeah, let's do this. Hey, I had to look a little bit to write down to be prepared.
Mm-hmm.
I'm glad we're doing this. Excellent planning on your part to do it, to set up for this cacophony of destruction that you've set forth for us
I
tonight.
did that on purpose. These are the last 2 beers I had, and I've been putting them off.
And you decided to tag team them together?
It's all I got. I mean, I there's one thing that I always try to make sure is that the gifted beers go before the beers I bought.
Yeah.
And I only had these 2 left.
Well, okay. We'll get into it, but there's one thought I had on the one. I just happened to look ahead a little bit.
All right. Well,
which one? Shorty or tall?
We're going shorty.
Shorty. Okay, this is the one I had thoughts.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So this is Lil Beaver Brewery's barrel-aged pumpkin pie, and pie is the mathematical symbol for pie. Let's crack it open before I start talking about it. It's a little loaded already.
Oh, this is ready.
Ready? All right. 3, 2, 1. All right. This is Lil Beaver Brewery barrel-aged pumpkin pie, imperial aged imperial ale brewed with pumpkin, vanilla, cinnamon, ginger, nutmeg, clove, and lactose. There's a lot going on here. A lot of flavors you might think, oh yeah, that's probably in a pumpkin pie. And a lot of flavors you're like, oh, I wonder how that's going to taste. And I didn't know. Oh yeah. So Little Beaver Brewery is in Bloomington, Illinois. I have their website pulled up. I wanted to make sure that I represented well. Chad Beavers is the yeah, but it's Bevers. He actually spelled Lil Beaver with the correct way, but his name is Bevers. Chad Beavers, Bloomington Normal native. Not Normal is where ISU is, Illinois State. So not the Big Ten school, but the smaller one. I believe they're the Redbirds or the Cardinals, something like that.
They're the Redbirds.
The Redbirds?
Yeah.
My
good call, by the way.
My sophomore football coach went there and played football there. He's the head brewer, Chad Beavers.
Not your football coach is not the head brewer. Chad Beavers is.
Yeah. So Chad Beavers was my head football coach. Yeah. And the head brewer at Lil Beaver. No, my head football coach does not live in Normal anymore. Now, Normal, Illinois, I believe there was a show on Adult Swim about Normal, Illinois. It was something with the devil, I think. I'm not sure.
Metalocalypse?
No, not Metalocalypse. I think it was just called Normal or Normal, Illinois, something like that. It's a good one.
First wave took place in Normal, Illinois.
Oh,
I remember that show.
Let's see. Adult Swim. This is good content here.
Rivian.
Shows in Illinois. Illinois, silent S for all of you people who don't. Oh, China, Illinois. That's the Adult Swim show. It's called China, Illinois. It was a cartoon. There was one with Sam Richardson, though. And if you don't know who Sam Richardson is, you are missing out on a wonderful actor.
Speaking of gimmicks, little off because this is a big beer. This is going to take a little bit.
Yeah.
How excited is your son for Bray Wyatt's return?
Oh, dude, he's so pumped. We were all watching it last night, and we were just like, "Wow!" I mean, we all kind of knew.
Oh yeah.
We're doing all the research that most people do. Yeah.
The the guy that they have doing their long-term, so they have a guy that's in charge of long-term stories and developing this. Ryan Free, he is a prior comic book sorry, Stacey, writer. So he has the scope to plan this stuff out, and he's one deep. So I'm guessing he just runs stuff off Triple H, which is amazing. So that's where you're getting some of these long stories.
Yeah. So I was reading about, and not to take this too far into WWE, I want to get your take. I was reading, Seth Rollins was asked, I don't know what you call it, kayfabe or whatever. He was asked about the Fiend's character and what he thought about it. And he said that it pretty much ended most wrestlers' characters and was kind of a refresh for him. He went to Seth freaking Rollins after he went with the Fiend, because after you fight something supernatural, you kind of can't come back from that.
Yeah.
I agree. I thought that was really insightful. So I'm hopeful that now Bray Wyatt, the person, what's his name, Rotunda,
Wyndham.
I'm hopeful that he as a person can really shine and show his talent, because I don't think he was able to with the Fiend, other than the scariness.
It's just the creative depth of character, which sorry, I'm trying to things are bothering me right now, so I'm just trying to figure out stuff.
Okay.
The gimmicks is what carried the WWF for so long, and then it became the realism, starting with the Attitude Era, and then the ruthless aggression era. So he was a breath of fresh air for like people that like gimmicks. I think he's gonna go back to what he started, not the Husky Harris, but like when he started as Bray Wyatt, kind of like as the cultish leader, and then hopefully they put some characters behind him.
That's what it looked like. It looked like he was going back to that. He had the lantern, and it was cool. I thought it was pretty cool.
Yeah.
All right. I know I at one time knew the alcohol content of this beer, but I'm having trouble finding it on the can.
It's not on the can.
Okay.
I had to find it. It's 11.5.
Holy shit. Well,
and hey, don't worry, folks. It only gets bigger from here. Thanks, JT.
No, you can thank me for the pumpkin, but the next one is all Chuggalo Nicole. And happy anniversary to Nicole and Bobby. This is their anniversary today.
Bobby, the man that stole Nicole away from me.
Oh man, I couldn't imagine Matt and the family. That'd be nuts.
It's hilarious because I think of the first time that I met them up in Canada. Mm-hmm. They were Mario and Luigi, and the Mario trailer just came out, and there's all the outrage, and I almost think it's going to be close to Sonic. Maybe they have where they go back and they're like, maybe Chris Pratt isn't our guy.
Why not? I think he is.
You have a Mario voice actor that's amazing. Fans have recut it. He's doing the French trailer, like he's doing the French dub. And in the trailer, he said, "Here we come." No, Mario says, "Here we go." Like
isn't it more racist in French because they're so close to Italy?
All of it is. I think a lot of it.
But, right.
I think a lot of it for me is there's wonderful voice actors out there, and now you're getting these A-list celebrities. Like no one's gonna go watch Mario because Chris Pratt's in it. Like everyone's gonna go watch it because it's Mario,
right,
or
it's Mario.
Yeah.
So should that put people away? The opposite?
Yeah.
Should they not watch it because it's Chris Pratt?
I don't know. Let the voice actors handle the heavy lifting. Like stay with.
Fine. That's good. I agree. I don't mind Sonic though. What was wrong with Sonic?
No. The finished Sonic, the first trailer that came out, everyone blasted it and they redesigned it and they delayed it.
I thought it was good. The redo, it was good.
Oh yeah, it's fantastic. Both of them are.
I've been following that comedian for a while. Ben Schwartz. Yeah, that's who. Yeah, it's Sonic. He's very funny. Him and Thomas Middleditch, who is the main character in Silicon Valley. They
Yep.
had a improv show. It was very funny.
Speaking of Silicon Valley, TJ Miller, I was listening to that Adam Carolla show when he came out and was like, Ryan Reynolds hates me.
Yeah. I
God.
think he might have some sort of psychological, because the reason why he quit Silicon Valley was similar, wasn't it? That he thought he wasn't welcome anymore, something like that.
I think he was canceled.
Oh, did he get canceled? I did not know that.
Yeah,
It's
and
easy for TJ Miller to get canceled. He says a lot of fucked up shit, but it's on script. It's on script.
yeah, that's why I think they killed him off in the opium den.
Yeah.
Spoiler alert in that show. And I haven't watched
Well,
an
they didn't
episode.
kill
I
him.
just happen to know.
He was always there, just not back. He never came back.
Yeah.
I love that show. It's very funny.
It's on my list. It's just one of those things I haven't gotten to yet.
Yeah.
So Little Beaver by Nate Beavers, Jim Beavers,
Chad Beavers.
Chad Beavers. Oh, of course it's Chad.
Leave
okay.
It to Beaver.
Chad
Beaver.
On the nose, this does not hide any of the 11.5%. It's very thin for a pumpkin beer that has lactose in it, and I feel that's tributable to the fact that it's a stout. I like that they picked Templeton. Templeton's a very good bourbon to age it in, and it's ironic that JT and I started this unplanned talking about Born on Dating, and he showed us this can. Yeah. So there's the Born on Dating, and you're not worried about Born on Dating 10, 21, 21. So almost exactly a year, because we're having this on the 10th. These are beers you're not worried about. There's no freshness component or anything like that. So it's a wonderful treat that Nicole gave us here. It's just so, JT, I'm just blown away by how unique this is. It is. It's got full pumpkin flavor. Mm-hmm. It's really heavy on that clove. That clove is pungent. Yeah. A little bit of clove goes a long way. The interesting thing with this, though, is that body. It's like
that body.
Pumpkin booze. It's super thin. Yeah. This is like Giselle Bundchen, where you just want to take her as she's getting divorced, and you want to take her to go get a cheeseburger. Like, let's put a little bit of meat and potatoes on those bones. I like how it is a great marriage made from like the pumpkin and the lactose with the booze. I think it does it well. JT listed off the 15 ingredients that are in here. I don't need to taste them all because they're all a marriage. Like in pumpkin pie, no one's like, oh my, the clover. We know it's there. It's in pumpkins. It's in the allspice or whatever. Yeah. This is fantastic. God, I could only have 2 of these. I'm not drinking. I'm guessing this comes in a 4-pack. Yeah. This would be a tough row to hoe to do more than that, but drinking it with a good buddy. If we had 2 of these each, I think it would be better content for all the Chuggalos. Off the top rope, the more I drink it, the better it comes. 4.5.
You're in luck because we have more than 2 of these. At least in spirit.
Hey, in spirits. There's spirits in this can.
So you hit on the one comment. Well, let me do the can opener. This is the can opener segment brought to you by Chuggalo Nicole. Thanks, Nicole.
Happy anniversary, Nicole.
I love that. I know it's like so obvious. Pie day, everything.
Didn't even notice it when I looked at the can. So thank you for pointing that out.
Pie. Fantastic in execution. It's got a nice, what I would probably guess is like a pencil drawn pumpkin that just is like a negative version of, just reversed. White and black is reversed there. And that's about it. It's super simple. What?
I was just switching the camera, so from screen to screen.
So, and then, there's the Lil Beaver logo. I think that's cool. He's even not got the traditional pint. He's drinking some sort of sour probably out of that class, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Very apt.
Interesting. I wonder what other kind of beers that they brew, because every time I click on a link here, it doesn't show me what beers they have.
Did you say you're over 21?
I did. It does ask that. And I'm glad they used the I am over 21 button now.
Yeah.
So there you go.
You don't need to know my exact age.
That's the Can Art Boner segment brought to you by Chuggalo Nicole. Thanks, Nicole.
Thank you, Nicole.
So the one thing that Matt mentioned that I wanted to also highlight is that in this beer, the alcohol is very prevalent, but it feels like almost it's an ingredient purposely. Like
Yeah.
the amped up liquor booziness is part of the flavor. It actually highlights the pumpkin, like all of this. I don't taste ginger. Let me see if I can get any of these individual flavors. Clove, definitely.
If we were better at editing, every time you go back for your reattack, I would slow-mo that and like zoom
Why?
in. Like,
Don't do that.
no. I don't know how to do it, but
Oh
let
yeah.
me ruminate on this.
Yeah, cinnamon. I get the cinnamon.
Oh yeah.
I don't know about the ginger. How can I do this without being like without you just wanting to slow it down?
I can't do it. I'm just saying it. If I would, like when we put Stev on the payroll.
Oh
that's
yeah,
what that'll be a Stev job.
He
commented last week.
He did. I just read those today actually, and I've forgotten already what he wrote. There was something he said, didn't something happen in Illinois? Oh, Mudvayne. Is Mudvayne? I don't fucking know if Mudvayne, Illinois. Are they from Illinois? I don't know.
Mushroom Heads from.
They're probably from Mudvayne, Illinois.
Do you think we did better because of our controversial title?
Oh yeah.
Like that way.
Thoughts about buttholes? Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
But or people just like this podcast now. Cloves, yes. Lactose, yes. Nutmeg, maybe. Ginger, no. Cinnamon, yes. Vanilla, pumpkin for sure. And the 11%, yes. This is a phenomenal pumpkin beer. As far as pumpkin beers go, I think that every beer that has claimed to be pumpkin, that includes pumpkin and pumpkin something and all these other ones, they are not this beer. This beer is what they wish they were. I'm going to stand by that. This beer is excellent for pumpkin. I don't think you could ask for a better pumpkin beer. Let me think. Nope, I don't think you could. What's a better pumpkin beer? You got one?
Yeah, Southern Tier Pumpkin I would put up there, but they're trying to be two different things. What do you love about this? What do you love about this one?
They don't believe in it.
This is a booze pumpkin. Like, this is a separate category.
This is a booze pumpkin, yeah. I'll agree with that. It is an ale though. I mean, I like this beer. I don't think they could actually make this beer better. Could they? Ah, man, it's like I'm up in the air about it. Like, the cloves is the only negative here, but does it serve its purpose? Probably. I'm at 4.75. I'm nearly perfect on this beer, and I don't really know why I'm not perfect. I wish I could explain it. Probably because it's a pumpkin beer. Maybe add. Who nailed graham cracker? Somebody nailed graham cracker within the past 12 months. If you put that, whatever that was in this, slam dunk. Home run.
Interesting.
Then you have real pumpkin pie. For now, this is pumpkin pie filling. I would just put filling in the bottom there where that blank space is.
What do you put? What do you put on the top of your pumpkin pie?
I know that whipped cream is the usual. I don't personally enjoy whipped cream, so nothing. I just eat pumpkin pie.
Nothing. No Cool Whip. No whipped cream because there is a difference.
Nope. Nothing.
Interesting.
What do you Cool Whip?
Cool Whip because we didn't have whipped cream, which was funny growing up on a farm. So we were a Cool Whip family because Cool Whip containers were a durable good.
That's true. Yeah, you could reuse Cool Whip containers forever.
You can take leftovers. You can take the leftover hot dish, but you better bring back. And people would put their names on Cool Whip containers.
That's
Cool
funny.
Whip containers, I do not think are dishwasher safe, though. You'd have to wash those by hand.
Yeah, since they started putting sour cream in like squirt pouches.
Or squirt containers. We buy the squirt containers.
Oh, we get the little metal pouch. All right. This next beer is a beer that I've personally thought about buying at least 10 times, but I never did because it's fucking huge. And what I mean by that is alcohol content.
Since you said it was fucking huge, I put cheers really loud. I put cheers in full parentheses.
And my sister decided, hey, you know what? I'm going to buy this beer because one, she has been, I don't know if you know this, but she has been on a mission since the first year of the podcast to find illuminated levies. What's the full
levies?
2 levies. She's been asking every time she goes, they're not making it again. Nicole, you could stop. And as soon as you stop, they're gonna make it again, and you'll miss it. But this is Peanut Butter Pony. This is a 13% beer. This is a big beer. I have. Do you remember I said that I now eat breakfast?
No.
That was on the last episode, I believe. Well, what I eat now is a banana and peanut butter. I consume a lot of peanut butter now.
Yeah, you do.
I do. But this is gonna make it so I consume more. Peanut Butter Pony. This is Illuminated Brew Werks. I mean, there's no way to intro this beer without
the Ballad of the Peanut Butter Pony.
The Ballad of. Ah, yes, I didn't read the side there. Ballad of. I was just looking at Peanut Butter Pony right there. Look at that. Matt comes in with the assist. All right, this is a stout brewed with cocoa and artificial peanut butter flavor added. So artificial, I don't know. You might not like it because you don't like fake shit.
I don't like fake. Bring the real.
It's ready to go. I mean, I didn't even use my thumb on this one. It's just boom. It's ready. Ready? 3, 2, 1. Pretty good. That'll sync up one time when we export this video. I'm gonna swish it around. So the most probably the most hyped peanut butter beer we've had on this podcast would have to be Crooked Handle's Peanut Butter Porter. This is going one step thicker, darker in the stout, a little burned, little further cooked in the stout category. Peanut Butter Pony. Yeah, I mean that's my intro to this.
So this has a peanut butter nose on it, reminiscent of peanut butter nutcase, and the other peanut butter beer that I'm thinking of that's a North Cincinnati staple. God, Red Building.
Cincinnati Stable, Red Building.
It's called Nutcase.
I don't know. Red Building.
Listerman. There we go.
Oh,
Listerman's Nutcase has an amazing nose. It's just the thinnest peanut butter beer of all time. But that nose, if you could just smell it. Remember, JT, when we bowled the not Boulevard, it was a Colorado brewer that did that pretzel beer. It smelled like pretzel, tasted like disappointment, right?
Yeah, I think I remember.
So the long way around this is saying this nose is peanut butter. I'm opening a jar of Jif. We're a Jif family. I'm crunchy. My kids are whatever I make. But I'm a crunchy peanut butter individual. This is like I'm opening. It's amazing.
Peanut butter is great.
It's fantastic. The best part about this beer is that flavor finally follows, where Listerman's Nutcase falls off. It's like you've had it's like Shallow Hal. Shallow Hal is put under that spell, and all of a sudden he's looking at something and it's not what it is. This follows it, but it's interesting having two of them. So we're having pumpkin and we're having peanut butter. So these are gimmick beers. We drink a lot of gimmick beers. We don't drink a lot of stationary things. The interesting thing, though, you can't taste the booze in this.
That's true. I'll give it
That could be the 11.5 talking, but this is all booze and it's wonderful. And this is like an astringent tightness. It's almost I like a sour quality without being sour, like how it
Yeah, right.
tightens.
But you like that.
It tightens the palate.
I don't
It's
like
real.
it. That sourness. There is a sour. That is excellently stated.
I don't
like it.
I don't understand, and I wish I knew the science behind it, or maybe what's in it. So when JT does his rundown, maybe I'll be able to discern it. But there's something that, like,
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
If I had this for like the holiday,
Right.
the holiday season is coming up. I'll start cracking beers at 7-8 o'clock in the morning. This is going to make me more thirsty. If this is my lead off beer, it's going to be a epic 12 to 15 run type game, because I'm going to try to satiate that astringentness that's in my palate. Whole mouth feel. This is like this is going to be my lewd comment for the podcast. This is going to be like why you slap bitches in the ass when you're having sex. Just tightens them up.
Tightens them up. Maybe. Yeah, I mean you've definitely so
what is that?
But what are you saying? You slapped this beer?
No, it tightens your mouth up when you drink it.
Oh yeah.
It's getting more
I don't know.
It's getting more vascular tension on your tongue.
I have to say there's a lot to not like about this beer. And that sucks because Illuminated delivers always.
What is it though? JT, what's in this beer?
It's a stout brewed with cocoa and artificial peanut butter.
There's something. Is it the chemical, the artificial?
I think that it's got to be a malt. It's got to be some new malt that we haven't had that they didn't burn enough. You got to burn the shit out of that malt. This is
not a. It's not a malt. Off the top rope.
Oh
man, I like.
If they rebrand this beer, it might not suck. Go ahead. Sorry.
Like a peanut butter sour? What would you call this?
Yeah, I would call it a peanut butter sour, yeah.
Off the top rope, this is not what there's no way this is 13%. Like,
yeah, right. Oh, it is. Has to be.
Off the top rope, I gotta keep better notes throughout the year. I might have to go through the list. This beer is gonna be up there for like there might be a new award. Like, what did I just open? This fails at what is. I'm going to reward this because it's super unique.
Can't believe it.
Off the top rope, I'm going to give this a 4. I just.
Whoa.
It's.
Damn. That surprised me. That'll keep me up tonight. I won't sleep. I'm gonna be like, he gave this beer a 4. The way you spoke about it. I mean, I guess the things you said are positive.
It's super. I'm just looking at other people's comments on.
Right. While you do that,
it's incredible.
Good comments.
People, JT, this is polarizing. They could call this the polarizing peanut butter pony.
Is this going to polarize us? This is the Ballad of the Peanut Butter Pony. I love peanut butter. I love it. Here's what I'm just gonna before I do the can art, I'm gonna tell
you. What's
the
nose,
JT? I was expecting tongue coating. Like a grating.
Slap JT in the
peanut butter.
Tongue coating. When you slap you in the ass, he wants tongue.
This is Canada Butter Second brought to you by Chuggalos. Nicole. Thanks, Nicole. That is some good art. I'm not even going to comment on, like, this art is legit. That horse is a bucking bronco. That guy's got his gun out. It's sun's out, guns out, although it's nighttime. And he is in a some sort of like desert plain situation, maybe some sort of what do they call that? A plateau on some sort of mountain. I don't know where he is, but you could see the night sky behind him. It is good art. Let's be honest here. The words, they have that old West type of font, like your John Wayne movies, or even the mockumentary not mockumentary, but the mock Western Blazing Saddles. That's what that font reminds me of. And now every time I see a cowboy, I think of Westworld.
Wow.
Which is like the opposite of the West. It's New West. It's AI West. Kanye West. In some regard. We don't know. But this guy, he's cool. You've seen Westworld, right?
I have. I haven't watched any of this season, but
I haven't either. But I've seen up to this season. It's a very, very good show. I'm not sure I could design a machine learning model that's quite that intelligent.
yeah. I'm glad that you give yourself a little bit of like, I'm not sure I could do it, but I maybe could.
I don't think I could. Yeah, I'm going to go ahead and say I can't. I'll say I have a limitation here that whoever programmed that AI, fucking geniuses. Not me. Though I do that. So when the AI comes to get you, blame me. That's the Can Out Boner segment. I think it's great. The art is phenomenal.
It's from a time long. You captured it really well, but it's from a time long past.
Yeah, it is. It is from, like, I don't know. When I was stationed in Fort Huachuca, Arizona, it was only a short time, 6 months I was there. One of the Marines that I was with was from Wyoming, and it's his belief that no one rode a bronco. Like, no one domesticated or, I don't know, personalized a bronco. That's his theory, is that it's all bullshit.
Yeah.
So I'm just gonna agree with him because he's from Wyoming, and that's where the horses are. Anyway, so this guy, he's on a horse that's like doing his thing. It's got to be female, right? It's not possible. Horses are.
It's a painted that's a painted or a painted quarter.
Okay.
Looking at it closely, just looking at the muscle and.
I don't know if you guys know that. They're fucking mean. But anyway, this is a peanut butter sour, and if they marketed it as a peanut butter sour, it would be still horrible, but at least more understandable. As a stout, this beer fails pretty much from the gate, right out of the gate, off the top rope. It fails immediately. I cannot enjoy this beer. I think that there are interesting tidbits about the beer, which gives it above a 0. It's a 1.75 for me. I don't like this beer at all. I hate it.
Wow.
I hate this beer.
So that's the furthest we've been off in a hot minute.
It's very bad.
Which is good.
Yeah, I hate this beer. I'm going to keep sipping on it, but I will hate it the whole way through.
Jesus. I have to go back a ways to get. I bet it's last December.
Probably.
Oh, no. Ouzelfinch, Afternoon Quickie.
Who was the high and who was the low?
It was an episode I was not here.
Oh.
I don't have a score. I don't have a score for that one. But on one that we were both here, but the last joint 5 that we had, I love having the stats right here.
Yeah, it's great.
Oh my goodness, JT. I'm back in January of last year, and you weren't down in the okay. Wild Ohio Strawberry Lemonade. I knew it was going to be that. That was planned.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, that had to be planned. That was in the carriage house.
That was because that was with the barley wine.
Which, by the way, if you're wondering, no, it's not done yet. Urinal's up. It's been peed in. We've been using it, and
I'm still gonna pee outside.
I think about this so often. I hope you don't. I really think you should use the bathroom.
Is this your nice guy way of saying just don't pee outside, Matt? Pee inside.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. We have a sink in the bathroom and a wet bar in the bar now.
So pee in the sink.
We
Gotcha.
have electricity that is not connected to the previous electricity. So the knob and tube's still there, but we also have new electricity running in. We have a urinal, we have a toilet, we have a sink in the bathroom and a tub. So you could take a bath there if you want. And we have, we will, hopefully within the next 24 hours, we will have full climate control. And that's going to be, the carriage house is going to be great. Nicole, you're going to sleep in the carriage house when you come here next. It's like your own little apartment. It's not a punishment. It's a reward. Bobby, you can have full reign of the fridge. Very few people get that. Bobby,
it's well, I've made a lot of offerings in that fridge, so there's a lot of good good to be had.
I've moved those offerings to one shelf. They're still in the fridge. I will admit it. They're still in the fridge. But I moved them to a place where I won't see them on the door. When I swing it open, I'm looking forward. All your shit's over there.
I still have a ton of that stuff that's going to a special place here next month.
Ugh, terrible. Well, did you watch any baseball this weekend? Any playoff baseball?
What? I'm so glad you brought it up. What a weekend of baseball.
Yeah, for me, just a wonderful weekend of Cardinals losing.
I understand that. Like, I saw the clever, like, the Cardinals only got to play 2 more games than the Cubs. Like, but this is why they needed to make these games 3-game sets instead of like one and done, because the storylines and coming back from 7 runs done, like,
yeah,
man, and it's a who's who of these teams. Like, the Padres are like, there's no easy out in that lineup, and then Blake Snell gets shelled, like, and then
Scherzer just gets lit up,
and then Matt wins the baseball championship. So I'm glad you brought this up. Fantasy champion right here.
I also did think about that a lot, and I don't believe you.
You don't believe? No, I what? Like, no, I do everything by feel.
You've been so successful lately.
But okay, so I brought this up. So I've been doing this, let's just say 22 years. I never finished in the money till 2016.
Okay.
In 2017, I was out of the money. In 2018, I've been in the money.
Okay.
So that doesn't beat it doesn't prove your narrative, but I've done the same thing. Like, I've just, it's not, research would stipulate maybe that I would do more moves like Noof or whatever, but like,
no, even at the beginning,
I'm loyal to a fault. Oh yeah, no, there's no pre-draft. I just go with who's there.
Yeah. Oh man.
I didn't make any moves, because I'm going to say this in the Facebook group probably in the next week or two. I didn't make any moves until he did. I was going to play a clean. I was going to play a clean. Moves are for bitches, and I was going to play a clean week, and then he started making moves, and I go, it's on.
It's on.
And then he still made, I think, 11 moves in the week, and I made 3.
Damn. Yeah, someday this is the league I care about, and I finished second to last behind somebody who stopped doing
No, in front
like in the beginning.
In front of somebody who's stopped doing.
In front of. That's what I meant. Like
everyone else
how the fuck
cares
did I
implicitly.
finish so far behind? I mean, I know. I don't know. I think I was on. All my team was on the IL, but it doesn't matter. With football, you're in the same boat. Your team's doing well.
Okay, small sample size.
Yeah.
The beauty with that is Josh Allen. I mean, I'm gonna go to 5-0. I'm beating the second place team, but that doesn't translate to nothing. So
I'll go to 4-1. So I think I might actually accomplish something. I haven't experienced what it's like to be successful in one of your leagues.
Yep.
We'll see what happens.
I'd like to point out though, as this kind of happens early in fantasy football. I've had the second most points scored against me, and I'm still in first place. The guy that is 0-4 has had the most points scored against him, and he has 35 more points scored against him than me. But I'm also the second high scoring team in the league. So
yeah, I feel like that was me in baseball. Like if I went back and calculated it, I think everyone had their best week against me.
I mean,
did well.
There's ways to do that.
I can figure it out. That's easy.
But the beauty of baseball, and like, talking about these beers and statistical anomalies and everything, because it translates. With baseball, it's a much larger sample size where you have weeks and weeks and weeks, and multiple days where, you have Thursday a game, Sunday the preponderance of your games, and then one game on Monday to like have freak or whatever. You don't have to know anything about sports. You can just look at anything.
Yeah.
I still reserve that in baseball, you still have to know something a little bit. And that's what I like about baseball a little bit more than football. Football, everyone plays, and I have a larger community during the football season. Baseball, that's a tight-knit, fun community, but when you're talking to somebody besides the guy that was the bottom of our league, everyone knows and has preconceived notions about baseball, and that's what I appreciate. People are, because it's a much longer season.
Yep.
And and again, day in, day out, and I miss that now that ESPN streak is gone, because I would just wake up and set my pitchers for the day.
Yep.
Optimize my lineup, keep one extra batter, most of the time the guy's on the DL or whatever, and then just go forward. And a lot of luck, just being fortunate,
Well, luck, yeah, that always plays in with fantasy. I mean, you can't predict who's gonna do well and who's not. But I'm gonna try. That's for sure.
I mean, that's all you can do,
Yeah. So you watched the playoffs, or at least some of them, or at least have a handle on the playoffs. Do you have any predictions?
I think my predictions are still looking pretty good.
Still looking good. Who was your? I forget. I picked the White Sox. They're out.
No, I said the Giants and the Orioles. I'm good to go.
Did the Orioles? The Orioles didn't even make the playoffs, huh?
No, but they made a run this year.
They did make a run. They really did.
They were competitive.
Rauschman or whatever, and all those other guys. Yeah.
Yeah, he was a late call up. I added him because Salvador went down. I added him for 3 weeks when I was in Alaska, because Salvador was down for a while. So
I've never been a fan of Salvador, but he's good.
Power numbers, because that's all baseball is right now, is power numbers. Give up average.
I'm happy the Cardinals lost. I have I mean, the Yankees have a good team. There's no denying it, but I have the Phillies at least making it to the World Series. I just don't see a lot of
You're altering it?
elite talent.
Are you just
Well,
like
I have
saying like
White Sox were my
NOLA is the way to go now?
Nola's good. I don't know. I don't see anyone beating them. If their offense is on, it's unbeatable. But their defense, I mean, obviously sucks.
It was crazy how the Mariners pitched around that lineup in Toronto.
Oh yeah, in Toronto, yeah. Well, even Bo still got on base. I mean, every time.
Yeah,
much every time. But yeah, I agree. It was disappointing to see. What was it disappointing? Who lost? I'm trying to think. Seattle lost, didn't they?
yeah.
Yeah.
No. Seattle's playing Houston.
Seattle's playing Houston. What am I thinking of? I don't know then.
You're thinking that the Mets lost because everyone had a lot of money on the Mets.
No, I don't give a fuck about the Mets. I knew they were going to lose. They're never going to win, ever. Period. They have Max Scherzer, Lindor. They have a good team, and they're never going to win the World Series.
Vogelbach.
Jacob deGrom, man. I mean, he's unbeatable. Yet they're beaten.
Snake bitten.
You know who should be in the playoffs just for baseball's sake? The Angels, and they're not because the Angels suck, and that's bad for baseball.
That's because Art just needs to sell the team.
Yeah, it's there's a really good YouTube video about that that you should all watch. Just look it up. Baseball doesn't exist. That's what it's called. Anyway, that's it. That's all I got. This peanut butter beer sucked. I'm glad I had this Mother Earth to wash it down.
It's just. Are you off put by the label, or are you just off put by the drink? Like,
I'm off put by the taste of the beer, which is exactly what they want you to do with it, is taste it.
No, what is there something, if I called it,
I see what you're saying. If you called it peanut butter sour, would it be better?
Like a peanut butter jelly sour, because there is that sweetness there.
I don't know about peanut butter jelly.
Imperial peanut butter jelly sandwich.
If you call it peanut butter jelly, I give this beer 2.5, so a higher score.
Okay, so you're just off on this beer, and that's
I don't like it. Not a fan of this beer.
The nose 100% is peanut butter, yes or no?
I don't think so.
You're insane.
No. The nose is stout. The nose is stout. Yeah, it's not peanut butter.
No, it's all peanut butter. That's the first thing I said. That's why I went down to Listerman nutcase route, is because I go, this smells more like peanut butter than a lot of beers that say they're peanut butter. Like sweet peanut butter baby Jesus.
It's so bad. What's wrong with this beer? Just rebranded as a sour, and you win. I still don't think it tastes like peanut butter very much either, though. I'm just not getting peanut butter anywhere in this beer.
It's such a fucking failure that just lands into a sweet spot for me, and I don't get the 13% at all.
Oh yeah, that's what's amazing is where it landed for you. I do. Let's go out on this. Let me read you.
It's a beautiful failure.
Let me read you the narrative here. At night, it gets mighty lonesome. Just you and your peanut butter pony. All your wishes used for drying up your tears. At times, it's downright tiresome, this world and its balonies, its headaches, its nightmares and steers. That's why we cowboys find ourselves drawn close to so many fires. The night is less lonely by that heat. But use caution chasing fires on the back of a peanut butter pony.
Pony, y'all ain't careful. You melt your ride, your treat, and your seat. Do you want me to read the top 3 comments right now? It will show you right now off Untapped.
I do.
Okay. Unexpectedly bad. No peanut butter, all bad.
Yeah.
One star.
1 star.
Next is a 3.75, no comments. 4.75, no comments. 0.25.
0.25.
Think I got a bad batch. Hey, Illuminated. I will revise this rating if you send me some fresh cans! Exclamation point. Illuminated got back to him. This is why I bring it up.
What'd they say?
Sorry that beer is over a year old at this point. Wish I could send you more in the mail.
Nah.
That's what Illuminated just said.
That's fine. They don't wish that.
John responded, I understand. I'm sure it's a good beer. This was just a bad set of cans that was no longer good.
It's not a good beer. Period.
1 star for John O. Oh God, nothing stout or peanut butter about it. I rarely pour out a beer. Tastes like a sour gone bad.
Ooh, rarely pour out a beer. That's very Matt-esque.
Gone bad, not gonna rate. Sorry, Ed and crew.
Ooh, no rating at all.
Infected, I feel.
Infected.
And Illuminated is acknowledging a lot of these.
Wow. What if this beer is infected?
Keith G. I did not taste peanut butter or stout. Tasted more sour than anything. Bought at Benny's Beverage Depot.
Yep. That's probably where Nicole bought it.
Yep. So this beer, that's the theme for the day. When was it canned?
It was canned on
March
22.
They don't make it anymore.
6 months old. I mean, what are you gonna do? 7 months.
Oh yeah, there's something definitely going on. This was sour peanut water.
Sour pea water.
Illuminated Brew Werks commented on that. Sorry, that beer is about a year old. Must be a bad can. I just opened and the can was fine. Sorry. And that was 15 August of 22. That's Illuminated. So if we take Illuminated,
I think I might comment on this. Is this all Untapped?
This is all Untapped.
All right, I think I might add a comment today about
this.
this.
This is where I encourage you, JT. You don't have to tag people in it, but if you have like more resonance and you have more comments or whatever, and you don't just appear to be a troll, the greater chance. Like I'm
a troll in this case. I'm a troll.
I had a beer this weekend from which is probably going to be a beer of the year.
Whoa.
Contender for me. And they got back to me, and I have multiple emails back and forth with them asking why, knowing that I did a podcast, why I didn't approach them more when I was there. I just thought it was cool of them. 49th State.
49th State. I've never heard of that. Is that Alaska?
It is Alaska. I just cracked into somebody keistered home a 4-pack of this amazing beer that I had, and I just cracked one of the final 4 cans that I have. It's such a wonderful again, it's going to be in my fight for beer of the year.
Wow. I need to figure out my beer of the year. It's October and I don't have much time to figure it out. I have no idea. I'll figure it out. We'll get it done. I'm gonna comment on this beer in Untapped. It'll be the first check-in I've had in a while. Yeah. And yeah, look out for that. I mean, I'm gonna comment on this beer in Untapped. That's episode 205. I think that you all had a great time.
I was just checking in right now to Untapped, so I know it's blurry, but that's because I've got a lot of sex pictures on there, and I don't want you guys to see.
Yep.
I say the same thing every time when I check in on the podcast. So,
what do you say?
I say check out our thoughts on episode blank blank blank. You know,
that's a good statement. I'm gonna say so much more, and more. That is episode 205. Thanks for joining us. Next week we should be in person. What do you think? In person?
We should be in person.
I'm Yeah, I'll be in person. I'll be here in the flesh.
I'll be corporeally available.
I'll be around in the world. And we'll connect. That's it. Thanks for joining us. Thanks for watching. Thanks for listening. Thanks for everything. Just Chuggalos are the best. Bye.